This is Charlotte. And this is Trent.
My name is Trent Corbin, and I am the founder and CEO of the Redbud Group.
And this is the Redbud Group.
I was going to suggest that we can do the 21st.
I don't love you no more.
I did not want to be the Trent Corbin Group because I knew that what I wanted to build was bigger than me and my name, and I wanted the agents on the team to be the brand. And because we delivered on what we said, other people started noticing us, and they wanted to know what we were doing. And that's how we grew so fast.
But it also wasn't always this way.
The very first days of Redbud, we were working out of my house. We eventually upgraded after a couple months to what was likely just a repurposed closet in a co-working space. Basically, this was the threshold, and drywall split this half and that half. And so me and my executive assistant were in this half, and the rest of the team technically was supposed to be in that half, but we weren't really official about it. We just kind of like spread out. But yeah, this was a cool spot. This was where it all started. We've, certainly didn't get it right out of the gate. A lot of different, lots of different compensation structures, lots of different approaches to the business. And that became a little chaotic for a lot of people. And so we had high turnover. We weren't especially profitable. And there was a time when, in 2017, I was about as close to being bankrupt as you could be. I put up on the board, I'm $500,000 in debt because I leaned into this and we're not getting it done.
Most people would have walked away, but Trent went back to work.
Going through all of that, I think was an important part of our evolution. I think had we not been through that, I don't know that I would have the appreciation I do for where we are today. Oh, wow, my stuff's still up.
Yes.
So that was the mural that we had done. Wow. Local street artist, Putnam Bruh. So when they came in, they were like, hey, do you mind if we work at night? And we were like, yeah, sure. And they literally would show up at 10 p.m. with beers and just paint. And I think it's still one of their best liked posts on Instagram is if you look up Puck McGraw. But you'll notice all these shapes that kind of continue on are all 5-sided shapes because that was their kind of take on a house. If you were to draw a basic house, so it'd have 5 sides. Yeah. So they're supposed to be houses. That's awesome. We knew that we had to do something different. Bridgel and I talked about it, and we said, well, how do we do that? How can we do it? And so we sat with Gina when we got back and said, here's all the things we want to do. We still want to provide a certain level of support, but we want to be the best compensation model in the market. So we came up with this 80-20 plan, 80-20 on everything.
That's right, 80-20.
If the agents are successful, the team is successful. So that's kind of how we always operate. Is this going to work? Will this benefit the agents first? And we made that gamble and that bet, and we have seen what it's done for our agents in their lives too.
We've been running deals on the south side.
Being on this team allows me more resources. With those resources, their experience and their leadership, it gives me the ability to provide all of that back to my clients.
Redbud on the sign when the keys cut.
Redbud on the sign when the keys cut.
And when they asked me how could they help me grow,
It just made me realize that when you have a team and there's camaraderie, there's support, there are built-in systems in place to really build you up as an agent, I couldn't turn that down.
You're running deals on the south side.
I do not think you would find a single place that is going to be more supportive with your career or a boss that cares about your career as much. You could look far and wide, but I don't think you would find a place that would support you as much as Redbud would.
On the sign when the keys cut.
Throughout this journey, one thing I realized is that really happy people tend to do really amazing things. And that's the philosophy that I built the entire Redbud team on.
Charlotte know the name, watch it speak up.
And that, folks, is the story of the Redbud Group.